Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking another look at a Lego magazine. This one is the Lego Marvel Spider-Man magazine. This is Lego Spider-Man number 8. It has a retail price of £4.75 UK, and it comes with a paper pack, foil pack type thing. I've looked at one of these before. It was a Batman one, and there was a small build. This one's more of just like a minifigure type thing, so it'll go relatively quick. I received this set how many pieces does this have? I'm thinking like 6 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. I'll double check at the end. I didn't pay anything for this. This was sent to me by a very kind viewer, so huge thanks to them. Yeah, I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. And I kind of want to flip through this a little bit, and then I'll put together the minifig, and then I'll talk about that, and we'll go on from there. So this is the Spider-Man one, and it says, which mystery villain hides in the night? We have Green Goblin here, we got Miles Morales, we got Venom, Dr. Octopus, and different stuff. And it does advertise, like, the toy that you get for this one is a Miles Morales Spider-Man, which is obviously different suit then and different Spider-Man than the Peter Parker. If we get in here, we got a Ninjago ad, lots of different stuff, a little table of contents, excerpt of a Daily Bugle, which is cool. There's all sorts of games in here, different trivia things, more games and mazes and puzzles, all sorts of stuff like that. A search for a symbiote, which create a symbiote-based villain from scratch with the power of your pens and your imagination. So drawing a symbiote, and there is a comic here, which is very cool. I really liked some of this comic. It does have Morbius in it. We can kind of see all of these bats going on, and I liked to see that. We also have Spider-Man Noir in here, which is one of my absolute favorites. I don't have that minifigure. I don't know how many they made or in how many sets they come in, but I would love to get that. So great to see him in the comic. We got the Sandman thing here, a little dossier on him. In the middle of these, there's usually a poster. So you see on this side, we see the top half of the Mysterio figure. On the inside, we get this nice Peter Parker Spider-Man suit poster. And then the bottom half of the Mysterio. I really like this side. I think this side is cool too. We get some more games, different things, all sorts of stuff in here. And then the second half of the comic, again with Morbius and Noir and all kinds of stuff. So I'll read that later, but very cool. And then we get some more different games, activities, tons of little stuff, a preview of the next one. So in this one, we got kind of the Miles Morales, and in the next one, or one coming up in the future, you were to get a Mysterio figure. That figure is really cool. I like the headpiece a lot for it. The printing for the torso is good as well. So that would be great to get in a magazine like this for relatively cheap, all things considered. And there's all the answers to the different things, and there's a little game at the end with instructions here. You can cut some stuff out and make a game. So that's kind of all the contents of this magazine. I don't know what £4.75 UK is in like USD. I'm imagining it's about $6 or something like that. So for $6 for these, roughly, I'm assuming, you might get a little build plus everything in the magazine. You might get a minifigure plus everything in the magazine. I think there have been times for, they make these magazines for Marvel and for Batman and for Minecraft and for Ninjago and I don't know, a bunch of different stuff, and you could get a lot of things, and they're kind of pretty cool, especially for younger people who might get, have a lot of fun and spend a lot of time with all the activities that are in their magazine. But for anybody as well, it might be a nice way to get minifigures. I don't know how to value minifigures like this, but, I think this is pretty reasonable. It's kind of smaller than a poly bag generally, but there's other stuff that goes into this. So now I'm going to open this up, and I don't think I'm going to like cut or anything like that for speeding the video up. I think I'll just talk my way through this, and then we can look at the figure here. And so this is paper, which is nice. I think they used to be foiled, but these magazines are not available in the US, so very, very cool to get one here now. And I kind of move this over, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, and I'll get this together here. I don't know if I have this suit, and I also don't know if this kind of string element is that common for me, but we can take a look at the figure here. So we have the Miles Morales figure, so it's like the black and red Spider-Man, a little different. We do have these projectile like web blast or electricity blast things that can be fired out of a minifigure's hands there, so good to get those. Looking at the head printing for this, really, really cool. It's a black minifigure head, but it does have the red webbing, and then the eyes are, I think, supposed to be white with maybe a little bit of blue in there. Printing white on black, Lego always has a little bit of trouble with, but this one's not terrible. We do have just the checker pattern on the back, which always weirds me out. I don't know if it should all be like, rectangles with 90-degree angles there. But looking at the torso, see, when I first saw this torso, I was thinking maybe I haven't seen this specific Miles Morales suit. I have other versions of Miles Morales, I think. I know I do, but with the kind of red sort of V coming from the shoulders over the chest and down to the belt line, I don't know if I've seen that. We do have kind of the red spider up in the chest area, and then that nice red detail. We've got some details for some musculature there, and kind of where the waist area of the suit is. Nothing on the arms, nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs. I feel like a lot of Spider-Man suits are like this. Even Peter Parker ones will just have blue legs instead of black legs. I would love for them to have more detailed Spider-Man figures. They do occasionally, but maybe not in something like this. Looking at the back, again, we have a little bit of red up around the shoulder area, bigger kind of spider emblem in red in the middle, and then kind of the musculature there. And so you get a pretty good minifigure here. I don't know, how much this minifigure is worth necessarily. If it is kind of a unique print that maybe wasn't in as many sets, I don't feel like I remember having that there, but it's been a while since I've looked at a Miles Morales set. Then this could be, somewhat valuable to the right person, and that's meaningful. I don't know if the average cost for MSRP for minifigures is $5. That's kind of what CMFs are. I would anticipate a lot of the minifigures are less than that, but like going into, for example, a resale store like a Bricks and Minifigs, I'm assuming for most of the figures you'd find there, you would be paying $5 or up. And then this is interesting because I guess I anticipated this being a similar piece like this, but with the flexible rubber. So this is like a web slinging piece. It's actually a Lego string piece or rope here. It does have these studs on either end, so it can be attached to a minifigure hand perhaps, and attached to a building or a street lamp or a villain and wrap them up or something like that. But it is actually like braided string in here, and then has these molded plastic kind of bar elements on there. And I feel like when I see most of these Spider-Man web slinging things, I feel like they're usually just like all kind of the flexible rubbery kind of tubing with just wider parts. Maybe I'm maybe I'm just forgetting right now, but interesting to see this, cool to see this. It does also mean that Miles could grip any of these spots on the string here where it's like a bar element, which would fit into a clip, another thing that could attach to something else or wrap somebody up or whatever. So there's lots of stuff within there. I think it would have been nice to maybe get more than one of these, but just getting one is fine, and then the 2 blasts. So it's essentially just a minifigure with a little bit of accessories there and the magazine. So that's kind of everything in this set, so to speak. I don't know what the set number is for this. I'll try to find it if it has an official one, and I will put that in the description and in the title and everything. But this is the Lego Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man magazine number 8 for 2024, I believe. Comes with the Miles Morales figure, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, 6 pieces in this, no extra pieces because none of them are small enough. And this retails for 4 3/4 pounds UK. I think that's roughly $6 in USD, maybe 10 or 11 or something in Australian. I don't know about Canadian, and I don't know if this is even available in Australia. It doesn't have the Australia price listed on here like the Batman one I recently looked at did, but I don't know what these go for in the aftermarket. I've seen magazines in the States at brick conventions and stuff that are usually priced kind of high, I would say, but because they're kind of a rare thing stateside here, it's people can afford to charge a premium on that. So 6 pieces in here, 1 minifigure, pretty cool, and then all the stuff in the magazine for, let's say, $6 or $5 or something like that. I think that's fine. I felt this way about the kind of Batmobile that was from the other kind of paper bag I got with a magazine just a few days ago, and I really liked that. That had like 40 pieces, no minifigure. Seemed like a great toy, and the value for this is a little bit different because the build for this, even if it wasn't so much more, was longer and more involved, even though not by much. That's still meaningful to me. I don't love the idea of only getting a minifigure, but for people who are really interested in minifigures, this is a neat way to do it. There's just not Lego building, which is what I really kind of look forward to. I think compared to some of like the Alien Conquest polybags that I looked at recently, those were like a minifigure plus an accessory that was a little bit of a build. I would have liked that for this. I'm sure they do that occasionally. I think they do that for all the different magazines. I feel like in Minecraft magazines sometimes you get a build or like a minifigure and maybe a mob or some other kind of build. I think sometimes you get in these from all different themes. You might get a vehicle build, a small one or whatever. You might get one that's just kind of explicitly accessories for a minifigure that maybe you got the week previously or is coming out in the week in the future, the month in the future or whatever. And, that's not too bad. I would have been happier getting, I think, the Mysterio than this if I had to choose, but I didn't have to choose. And this is really, really cool, really fun. And I think the value kind of makes sense. It's a niche thing. Like I say, it might tend to be more geared towards people on the younger side of the age range, but I think any people of any age can enjoy this as well. I know I certainly did, so that's really, really cool. Happy to have this figure and the magazine with the comic in there, so that's all very great. Huge thank you to the person that sent this to me. It means a lot. That's a wonderful way of supporting the stream, and I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. And I think that's it. So that's everything here for this Miles Morales Spider-Man figure from this Lego magazine. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including potentially more Lego magazines occasionally, and then tons of other Lego stuff from all different themes, all different shapes, size, price point, piece count, big sets, small sets, old sets, new sets, used sets, lots of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. I do have some longer videos for bigger sets relatively coming up, which is exciting. I feel like I've been putting those off for a little while, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be running a giveaway probably before this comes out, maybe after, I don't know yet. And keep an eye out for that. And thanks everybody for subscribing. If you wanted to support this channel in another way, like, you know, sending a set or a polybag or something over here, maybe we can get in communication. Or if you wanted to give money to the channel, you could do that here on YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. So maybe consider checking those things out. It's a great way to support your channel. It helps a lot. It'll all go back into the videos here, and it's not needed. It's not necessary. I don't want any people to, you know, go into any hardship or sacrifice anything from their personal life to support the channel. But if people, you know, derive some value out of my videos and enjoy them and whatever and want to give back, there are ways to do that. So not needed, but appreciated. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.